while we're doing that shit. All right, let's see if this shit works. Good men. Good men. How are you? I'm just chilling myself. Like Successful Endeavor says in the chat, subscribe to Island Hermit's new channel, please. They got nuked last night. Big applause. Big applause. Welcome to the club. You know how it is. I mean, if you walk that line, you can keep your channel for a little while. You get big enough, they'll make an example out of you. You Hey, there we go. I went and bought an extension, like a USB extension. It's got like 5 or 6, like a USB strip to plug into my socket over here, because I got a lot of shit that we plug in. And this fucking thing is so sensitive, just like moving the fucking mic here. It's like, everything goes down. That's what just happened. So I'm going to get something else, because fuck all. Fuck that shit. I mean, it happens every single stream. It's very annoying. So I think I'm going to pay a little more, because I thought I was getting a pretty good deal for like $5, $6 for a USB strip. Apparently, it's not a very good deal. There you go. Island Hermit, RP3. It was a blast talking to all the boys last night. It was dope talking to Sydney MGTOW. I'm glad to see that Sydney is back on doing his thing, man. That's a good thing. But I understand, I really understand why people over in Australia or New Zealand would stop filming for a while, would stop talking for a while. I mean, I wouldn't. But then again, I'm kind of thick. So, hang on, gents. Big ups to the chats. You guys know already that this is just a test stream. Sorry about that. This is just a test stream, and I'm going to be testing out banners. I'm going to be testing out branding. Matter of fact, we're going to go branding one more again. Here, let's get a logo going. There it is right there. Okay, you can see where the logos are coming up. Man, it's kind of harsh, I would like it if it was blended a little bit more. But that's okay. That's okay. Overlays. Let's check an overlay. Well, what do you know? Look at that. What's up, StreamYard? How you doing? So I can make my own overlays. That's magnificent. So we've got background. Leaves in the background. All right, gents. Hang on a second. We're going to do one more. All right. Cool and cool and cool. Miles Matheson. Test streams. Yes, sir. Test streams. Not like, testosterone streams. I mean, it could be a testosterone stream, right? Oh, man. Uh-oh. She's back in here. There you go. Caitlin McIntyre. Hey, Hammer. Hope your day and your stream's going well. Well, everything is going well. We're trying to figure shit out. It's not every day that you have to become acquainted with the operations, the ins and the outs of basically a television studio. And it's fucking fun. I'll tell you that. It's time consuming, but it's fun. I enjoy it quite a bit. Let's get that camera. Oh, shit. Look at that fucking face. Oh, man. There it is. More beard ASMR. Oh. Fuck. Clifton Miller. Loved your talk on men's health the other day. Yeah. Brothers, I'm going to be brothers, sisters. There's some sisters in here. Health is very important. It's not important just because it affects the person talking about it. It's important because we are raised in a particular way. We got to admit that, right? You have to admit that to yourselves. I think that there is not one person watching this right now that knows that if they go out and get a fucking pizza and bang half of it out, that their body's going to be dealing with some shit for the next 4, 5, 6 days. You'll shit it out in 24 hours, but your body's left to clean up everything. So if that's your kind of diet, every single day, if you're always eating deep fried shit, fat covered shit, you're going to have a bad time. You're going to have a bad time. You're going to put on weight. You're going to get fat. I'm not going to tell you straight up that fat is evil. I don't look at it that way. I'm a big boy. But I don't look at people and say, hey, fuck a bitch because she's fat. And I'll make fun of them. I'll make fun of them all day long. Just like I make fun of guys. Just like I make fun of me. Self-deprecating humor. You know what I'm saying? Kind of take the piss so that nobody comes at you sideways. That's just the way it is. I don't hate people that have weight problems, whether they're much too thin or much too fat. You got to be honest. And I think what we've done over here over the last few decades in this country is encourage people to embrace dishonesty and call it honesty, fulfillment, entitlement, empowerment, body positivity. There's nothing positive about being 200 pounds overweight. There's nothing positive about drowning in a trash bag of fat. There's nothing positive about going out behind a restaurant and sticking your finger down your throat and puking up your fucking $100 meal. There's nothing positive about that. Now or ever. But don't hate these people. You know what I'm saying? People have grown up in this. They've been raised by it. You're raised on your baby formula. They don't encourage people to breastfeed anymore. Women, they're not persons that feed. They're women that feed. You know what I'm saying? Let's not get off topic here. This is just a test stream, by the way. I will read some of your comments though. Grandmaster Smash, beans on toast. I don't know. I don't know about that one. JD, I started talking to my nephew. He started college. He has a girlfriend and just throwing him little red pills here and there. I think that that's a good idea, man. You know, that's a good idea. Just little ones, though. Don't bomb them because you'll run them off and they'll think that you're a little bit out there until it happens to them. And it will. It will. It's only a matter of time. Jim McIntosh, talk to my friend, the Fat Man 56. He got threatened with the no jab, no job threat. That's what I say to that one right there. Fuck you. Fuck your needle. Plain and simple. See, there's nothing wrong with me. Even if I came down with COVIDs, with Charlie 19, with beer flu, even if I came down with it, I still wouldn't do it. You got to let your body, you have to let your body make its own way. If you keep interfering with the process of the body, unless you're on death's doorstep, it's the only excuse for me. It's the only reason to go into a hospital. If there's nothing wrong with you, if you don't have anything, forcing people to take medications, medically invade their bodies, no thank you. No, thank you. You can call it anything you want. I call it abject tyranny. That's what it is. And I don't participate in it. And I'll fight to my last breath to make sure that that shit doesn't happen. I'm not doing it. Caucasian Sasquatch. I let my haters be my motivators. That's pretty good, man. I like that. Did you do that on purpose? 99% Irish. I'm going to try the Mediterranean diet. Not the one where you eat all the seafood, right? Fabian, just here to chill. Thank you, sir. Just chill, my friend, because all we're doing is chilling right now. This is nothing in particular. It's not special. I'm just sitting here dicking around, testing, making sure that I can play these intros and outros and get into the stream and do the things that need to be done. And then we're going to start inviting our guests, because I've got about 15 or 20 of them lined up. Awesome guests. Pretty much everybody knows who they are. You know, if you don't, this is a great introduction. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm going to make a custom video for it. I'll release the custom video for it. Got to go back over and make sure that everybody's still down, still willing, and then we'll get it on. And we'll have some nice, spirited, healthy discussion and talk about why the world and the culture at large is circling the fucking drain. And that filthy, disgusting gynocentrism and entitlement habit that 51% of the population has. Or is it? It's about 53% of the population now, isn't it? Excuse me. Clearing my damn throat in the mic. The Populous Pimp PPT, Southwest canceled. 1,800 flights. I wonder why. Old Joe Biden out there talking about Southwest Airline, 99% of their people they've taken the stick and blah, blah, blah. But what he didn't tell you was that was the number of people that were left after everyone else quit and got fired. So, of course, the only people that are left are the ones that caved in and took it. So, of course, that number looks good, but it's obviously a fraudulent number. When you take into account that hundreds of Southwest employees are gone now. So when you take them out of the equation, it looks like almost 100% of Southwest employees. Yeah, fuck a bitch. Everybody knows, don't they? Everybody knows. Grandmaster Smash, still not caught COVID, and still no need for a vaccine. I don't think I'm going to call it a vaccine anymore. It's not a vaccine. We all know what it is. It's gene therapy. It's in my opinion, just my opinion, dangerous. It's uninformed. It's stupid. And it's sinister. And there are people out there that are pushing this, knowing what it's going to do. And then you've got the mindless fucking drones talking about, don't you care about my safety? No, I don't. I don't give a fuck about your safety. I don't care nothing about your safety. That's your problem, not my problem. So if you want to go out there and get wrapped in barbed wire and dipped in barbecue sauce and think that you're safe, go right on ahead. That's your mental delusion. Don't expect me to participate in it. Fuck all that. Ain't doing it. Elijah, N.A., thank you for providing a place for Discourse Hammer. You're welcome. But I'm no different than anybody out there in the manosphere doing it right now. Even if they're walking that tightrope, even if they're fence riding, they're still giving the opportunity. They're still creating the opportunity for discourse, for people to come up and say what's on their mind. For people like me to say, hey, I'm not taking that. I'm not doing that. Do you know why I'm not taking that or doing that? Because it's fucking dangerous. Because there's a lot of dead people because of it. You feel me? So I'm not interested in that. I'm not going to do that. And when other people join in the chorus of boos and they start talking about what they don't want to do and how they're not going to do it, it provides all of us a very good balance, in my opinion, of what it's like out there for the everyman. You know, the everyday man, the everyday woman wants nothing to do with this shit. You ain't sick. There's nothing wrong with you. You want to know what medical fascism is? State-sponsored medical fascism with a little bit of theocracy mixed in. Well, a lot. Let's be real, a lot. Jim McIntosh. Methotrexate is good for Uncle Arthur. Didn't know that. Thanks. No, I didn't know that either. Julius Evola. Hammerhand. How many Bitcoin are you sitting on now? You know I don't discuss finances on this bitch. Sorry, sir, I can't do that. Jay Wormy, or Dwormy, friend of mine, been at Tyson's for 17 years. He is terminated as of November 1st, even though he and his wife had COVID last March and have natural antibodies. So crappy. You have to ask yourself why they would do that. You see, why would they do that? I'm not talking about your friend and his wife. I'm talking about the people over them. You see, we knew a year, maybe 2 years ago, we knew that the government can't mandate shit. But what they can do, the federal government, what they can do is apply pressure to the private sector. And that's what they've done. And the private sector is like, okay, because everybody is fucking everybody else. Everybody is in bed with everybody else. All of these people out here that you guys think are solvent, that they're on their own, doing their own thing, your Goodyears, Firestones, Burger Kings, Wendy's, everybody is taking money from somebody for something. And the federal government is interweaved with all of it. So when they start talking about, well, we just go ahead and pull your federal funding if you don't make this a deal. We're going to make a deal with you right now, whether you want to or not. The deal is going to be you do what we tell you to do with your employees, or we will pull your funding. And they do it. They don't have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out here, hundreds of millions, billions of people that have no idea how this world works and why it works the way that it does. That's the pitiful part. And I went off on a tangent, and I didn't mean to. MacDonald finally made it to alive. Man, get your butt in here. Get in here. Get in here. Get that live vibe. Ooh, man. Beard ASMR. Oh, it's disgusting. Snoopy, local Band-Aid station here, fired all of the non-jabbed and had to shut down 4 floors for lack of staff. Well, too fucking bad for them. I hope they go out of business. And I goddamn mean it too. Sorry about the GD. I absolutely mean it. I hope that they go out of business. I hope all of these motherfuckers out here in the private sector that are forcing this shit on people choose between this fucking intrusion into your body or your job, your livelihood. I hope they all go out of business. Burn to the fucking ground. Fuck them. Because that's the way it should be. Just my opinion, though. Elliot Woods, Hammer, I love your streams. Fun seeing you live. Man, I am glad to see you here, sir. Elliot, thank you, sir. One fast Dak. Calm it out, Hammer. Oh, man. I don't have my brush. Hold on a second. Gentlemen, I will be back in just one moment. This stupid motherfucker dropped me again, so hold on. I'll be right back. Hey, there we go. Oh, yeah. So I just sat down at the table and pushed the table a little bit, and this motherfucker tweaked. Oh, man. Look at it. Oh. Bring it out. Oh, look at it. I was thinking about cutting some of the undergrowth out, and then I said, nah, I ain't going to do that. I just leave everything the way it is. Black pill on steroids. My man. Howdy, y'all. What's up, B-Post? How you doing? Island Hermit. Manic, the mechanic. Is Manic in here? What's up, Manic? If you are in here, I haven't seen. Oh, there he is right there. What's up, man? How you doing? Space Zombie. Let's go, Brandon. I was so close to making a fucking shirt that said, let's go, Brandon. But I really don't think a lot of people would buy it. So Marcus Hernandez. Hammer time. Always good to fellowship with you gents. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Lazy Wastelander. Australia is totally gone. I don't know about totally. I think that these men and women in Australia, before it's all said and done, will find their inner patriot, and they will inspire the fence sitters and the cowards to take their country back. At least, in my opinion, they should. But that's just my opinion. So, guys, give me a few seconds here. I'm going to do a little more testing. And, oh, I like that. You guys like that red? Oh, yeah. I like that. That highlighter there, that's some cool shit. Let's see what kind of overlay. Well, you guys get the StreamYard's overlay. So I'm not really, I'll make my own overlays. And I'm going to add just a couple of more things here real quick and play them and make absolutely sure that we're good to go for intros and outros and all of that good shit. Got backgrounds, add a background. What does that mean, add a back? I'm going to have to find out. Does that mean add a picture background? I don't know. Hang on. Well, it can't be, I'm sure it can't be a video. So let me go to my thumbs here real quick. Let me see if we got, that's kind of cool. Let's try that one. Let's see if that works. I don't know what it means, but we'll see. All right, gents, hang tight 1 second. Don't hurt him, Hammer! Okay, let me get back to the chat real quick. Now, did when that just played, does that come across real? It doesn't come across muffled like it's coming through secondary speakers. It's like you can really hear it, right? It's nice and clear. Island Hermit, yo, man, yo. I know I've been a little slow on the video production side here lately with everything, but I think you understand why. Kind of difficult to get around sometimes. And that's another good discussion that we can have down the road a little bit as we either see my personal health erode, stabilize, or improve. And I think that all of the things that we're going to start doing here are going to push us in a particular direction. We'll see. We shall see. Dracon Sanguis, if I got that right. Now, if I was 6 foot, I would look good, but I ain't. Well, I don't know about all that. I think that the whole 6 foot shit is highly, highly played, highly overrated. You know, you can't tell somebody what to like. When things become a fad and they start to get pushed into the limelight, especially the public pop culture-ish conscience. Unfortunately, some of those stupid things, like I need a certain eye color, certain hair color, he has to be a certain height, she has to be a certain weight. They take root and they destroy opportunity. It destroys opportunity. And I think it doesn't just hurt men, it hurts women. I mean, let's be honest about that. You know, if you go to certain certain social media platforms, you will see hundreds of thousands of women in particular crying out, boy, they want somebody, something. And then when you get on there and you type and you ask a question, they have no time for you. They can't talk to you. They can't respond to it. So is it fake? Is it an act? Or is it that's their personality, right? That's their personality. That's who they are. That's one big reason why they're alone. They don't have the capacity at 30, 35, 40, 45 years old. They don't have the capacity to do what is correct for themselves. You know, that little princess power syndrome that goes around. Don't settle. You know, that's Marxist in its nature. And they don't understand that it's Marxist in its nature. Don't settle. Okay, if you're settling for 99% of the population to not be part of your life, what precisely are you going to accomplish? Oh, I'm gonna land that billionaire. I mean, okay. I'm gonna land that multimillionaire. Well, okay. You know, they didn't just win the lotto. And even if they did, they're going to be occupied. You don't become this, a millionaire, a billionaire, an athlete, a star athlete. You don't become those things without dedicating your life to it. And these folks know where their bread is buttered. And they're not going to turn around and give it up for a bimbo. Now, some of them are kind of stupid, like the one that Brittany Renner just hooked, right? That's a nice little scam. It's clear that education didn't mean shit as far as that fellow was concerned. There's a lot of them. And it's too bad. Too bad, too bad, too bad. Crypt K, very good. Scuba Cat, yo, man. Go to the bottom. Gonna go to the bottom. Check shit out a little bit. One fast dag. Brother, Narc Files is in the house. What up, Narc? How you doing, man? Scuba Cat. It's like the feudal age, but with electricity. Brother, I was having that exact conversation with my brother not too long ago. That is a very, very apropos thing to say. It is exactly like, it's like the fucking Stone Age with cell phones. It's no joke. It's no joke. When I was growing up, life was not this. It wasn't this. This is a digital prison out here for people. They don't meet people anymore. Not the way that you're supposed to, in my opinion. Go out, meet and greet, take some time to get ready, you know, put on your Sunday best. Hell, you don't have to wear a suit to impress me. You just got to be nice. Just show up. That's kind of impressive. But they see one thing about you that they don't like. And that cancels everything that you could possibly do together. Now, I don't mean fucking. You know, everybody wants to boil this shit down to a simple matter of sex. It's not about that. It's part of the deal. You know, it's like having a 10-layer cake, and that's just one layer. If you find all your satisfaction and enjoyment in fucking, you've got some growing to do. You know, I don't begrudge anybody a good lay. Go get it. But be careful. Pussy is weaponized. It's weaponized. I think we all know that, right? We all know that. 214 of you madcaps in this house right now. That's crazy. Thank you very much. I can't see the Fonzies, so hey, for whatever they are. I don't have my cell phone on, so I can't see that shit. You hold on. Me. Universal penis. If every man stopped simping and women didn't work anymore, the world would be a way better place. I think that women can work, but I think that when you start screaming about equity and equality, you have to acknowledge certain things. If they want equality with you, that means that you have to be hamstrung, because they're not going to get to your level. They can't. It's incredibly rare for men to be track stars, basketball stars, stick and ball stars, auto racing stars. It's an incredibly minute fraction of people that ever get to do it. So most men don't achieve those heights. So what does it say about females? It's not systemic patriarchy. It's not discrimination. It's that 99.999999% of them can't do it. No disrespect to anybody in the chat that's got an axe wound, a gash. It just is what it is. Channel 1800 Dumb Eve was a narcissist and attracted to power. Man, I don't know about that. You know, who knows how it went down? I take the word of the good book, plain and simple. The good book says that she was tempted, ruined paradise for everyone. But we still have the ability, right? The ability to grab the good book, read it. Don't associate the good book with religion. They're not the same thing. They're not the same thing. Religion hijacks what you would do with the good book. Success Pool Endeavors. Jeffrey Paul, you are a musical master. Jeffrey, I was listening to some of your videos, brother. You got some shit going on there, sir. That's very talented, man. That's one thing I've done just about everything that I wanted to do in life. I'm not shitting when I say that. I've done just about everything that I've wanted to do. One thing that I did want to do that I probably won't get to do is be semi-competent with a musical instrument. That could be a flute, it could be a violin, it could be an acoustic, it could be an electric, a trombone, a sax. I would play anything if I felt like I had the time to do it. I have an appreciation for just about any kind of musical instrument. Fucking xylophones. I like them things. But that's one thing that I really do. I'm not going to say regret, but I wish I'd had time in life to make that happen. If these old bones don't give up this spirit in the next decade or two, then I think I'll have an opportunity. I think I'll at least have a shot to be somewhat competent. We'll see. We'll see. Space Zombie. Happy wife life was started by a woman 100%. I guarantee it. Or a sucker. Bomar Dubroche, my man. Throw down some likes for the Hammerhand. Hey, let's get some likes in this bitch. Come on, man. Come on. Julia Sivola, did you ever see the list of feminists by ethnicity? I think I've run across that. So I can't tell you straight away if I know exactly which one you're talking about. There are so many lists out there as far as ethnicity, who's a feminist, who's not a feminist, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? The breakdown of statistical data for things like that. Just fucking piles of it, mountains of data. But it's very interesting. Jeffrey Paul, Hammerhand, music is my life. Brother, it is good to have something that entices you to wake up in the morning. I will say to all of my fellas here, and to the couple of females that have had their guts stomped out, I know what it's like to wake up in the morning not yourself. I know what it's like to go to bed one day with a family and wake up alone without a family and feeling like you're floating. At least that's the way it was for me. I felt crushing disappointment and pain and sorrow. And I think I'm just fortunate enough that I was able to talk to myself, basically, and work out why I was feeling what I was feeling and why it was such a terrible thing. Look, it sucks that a family is going to break up. It sucks that somebody's going to walk away from you after a significant investment, after kids. And if they got to go and be peaceful. Find your life. Do your thing. But there is a way to do that. Lying about it, making shit up, becoming involved, entangled with other people while you're still with somebody that's completely in the dark. It's not sinister. Sinister's not heavy enough. It's not a heavy enough word. It's a betrayal. It's galactic level betrayal. There's not much more betrayal in the world that you can feel, in my opinion, than to have somebody that you trust stick a knife in and twist it and then blame you for it. So yeah, there's a lot of people in this chat right now on this live that feel that way, that understand what's going on with them personally. I hope that all of you that have gone through this or are going through this, that you have the ability to talk to yourselves and to rationalize why things are going down the way that they're going down. Don't justify, but rationalize. You know, are there holes inside of yourself? Are there things that you use that person for to plug deficiencies in you? You know, I talked about that at length a year or so ago, a couple years ago. And all of those videos are over on Odyssey, by the way. You can still see all. See what I'm saying? One goddamn move and this Buster Mac just turns off. Well, I'll be on the icon here for a minute. It's just a test stream anyways. But fuck, I lost my train of thought. Well, that's all right. That's all right. We're going to go to new comments and check everything out. Mr. Moments Cam just went off. Yeah, I have to get that. I have to get that fucking thing squared away. I really do. I've got to get another USB strip. This USB strip fucking sucks. Bomar Dubrochet. Turn the crank faster. Hammerhead. Yeah, no shit, right? HMK Films 360. What's up, man? Been a minute. Oh, YouTube going after you. No, it's not YouTube. It's this shitty fucking USB socket that I've got. It stinks. I got to get another one. Universal Penis. I'm smoking cigarettes right now. Good, man. I look. I guess. You know the consequences. You know the consequences. Riggs Jr. I think Hammer is turning the crank on the spank box, not on a live. I'd never do that. That's some Jeffrey Toobin from CNN shit. I'd never do that. Yeah, you remember when that motherfucker got busted? Got busted hitting the spank bank, boy. What a fucking goof. Hang on, I'll be right back. There we go. Crypt K laughing his fucking balls off. There you go. Joe Kingley, do you guys ever read Top Chat or Live Chat? Does it make a big difference? I read the Live Chat. Top Chat's okay, I guess. I read the Live Chat. I always read the stuff going down. Mr. Moments, when are you working with Terrence? Already did. They've got one coming out here, I think next week. That I think that you should find entertaining, and then we did the 3 hour sit down live last week, and you can find that on my current channel, and you can find that on Terrence Pop's channel on Redonkulous. And one more again, big thanks to Terrence Pop, big thanks to Blake. I mean, these guys, I like what they do. I like how they handle their business, and like I said many times. I did not want to see somebody that I thought had a lot to lose associate themselves with that CME shit. To me, it's shit. Can it help somebody? I guess. I'm not sold on it. I don't believe in what they're doing. And that's why I'm vocal about not supporting it. If it were rearranged a little bit, just a little bit, then yeah, maybe. But going to a place like Vegas and collecting $1,000 or $2,000 a chair, I can't justify that. I couldn't support that. That doesn't help men. That helps certain men line their pockets. And a lot of people right now are kind of paying the price for that, including the organizers. I won't get into that. Oh, and by the way, let's hope that Donovan Sharp gets better. Donovan Sharp ended up with Charlie 19 or the variant in the hospital. And we found out about that while we were cutting the live over there at Redonkulous. And I don't wish death on nobody. I don't. I hope that he recovers. I hope that it gives him some perspective. And it won't. It won't. But yeah, I don't, because I'm on opposing sides with somebody about something or an issue, doesn't mean I want harm to come to them. I don't want harm to come to them. I want them to see the fucking light. You know what I'm saying? I want them to see the light. And most of them never do until it's too late. Shay Necked, damn, I was wasting time on another show until I saw you are on. I'm happy now, my man. Look at you. Look at you. Cheering me up and shit. Look at that nice little dark red, almost maroonish banner. Shit. It's ridiculous. Dracon Sanguis, I do. God may forgive me. I don't. Yeah. I don't blame nobody for their opinion. Look, this motherfucker has gone out of his way to stick the fucking knife in every chance that he got. And it's gone back and forth like that for years. I don't make a habit of speaking on a lot of individuals. Some of them I'll pick out because they're egregious. But I lump them all in. You're either in for usury or you're not in for usury. I'm not in for usury. I never have been. I don't like it. It's fucked up. It's bullshit. You know, it just is what it is. Elijah N.A. Tribulations to start. Dat Nilla Von Dizzle. My three wise men anyway. Yes, sir. Oh, man, that's what a name. I love that name. Dat Nilla Von Dizzle. Riggs Jr. What's up, Riggs? How you doing, man? Pop and Blake helped me learn to laugh about the stuff I've been through. Less dark days. Yeah, man. It takes a particular kind of person to look at the tragedy. And I'm not playing with words there when I say that. It is a tragedy to watch a family disintegrate. It's a tragedy to live through it. You know, because then you got to deal with everything after that. There's no hiding. I mean, you can turn it off, but it's not going to last forever. You have to confront it. You got to deal with it. Pop is excellent as a delivery man, you know, delivering lines and shit and putting his face on the camera. And Blake is a lot of the show. Blake's a lot of the show. I don't think Redonkulous would be the same if it were somebody else. When you think Redonkulous, you have to think Pop and Blake. You have to. You know, those guys are kind of tied at the ass, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a good production, and I like them both. Let's Play Gaming. He's been released from the hospital. Good for him. Good for him. That's outstanding. I hope that it gives him a little bit of time to reflect. Some folks will get their near death experience, you know, their seventh level of death experience, and be like, man, I was so close to being so close to death. Oh man, it's giving me something to think about. And then sometimes they just double down on what they were doing before. Happens all the fucking time. Lion of MGTOW. My God, my man. Cuffing season is here. Take heed. It damn sure is. And don't get yourselves caught out by all of those ex-girlfriends, all of them wannabe girlfriends that start coming around. If they don't come to you guys, count your lucky fucking stars. You're not in a bad position then. If they do come to you, I hope that you've learned something. I hope that you've learned how to say no. I hope that you've learned how to turn your dick off. I mean this. And think. They don't want you all the way up into a point where they run out of options. And then all of a sudden you're kind of cool. It's all right. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Arthur Morris, can you see a doctor in Mexico for $3 USD? You probably could. You get laughed at. Riggs Jr., I don't agree with everything Mr. Sharp says, but I do hope he recovers fully. I'm sorry, Pop. I can't steal my man's lines there. I hope so, too. I just hope that they have he has an opportunity to kind of reflect and think. Selling this shit and getting rich off of men's hopelessness and their misery doesn't get you any respect in the world. And I know a lot of people are like, well, I'd rather have full pockets than respect. Well, go get your full pockets, because that shit goes away. And then when you exhaust all of those avenues, when you exhaust all them revenue streams, guess what? You still have to deal with the shit that you brought up. Success Pool Endeavors. The system of usury seeks to enslave everyone. Yes, of course it does. That's why you can't go to the woods and live. That's why you can't build a cabin on the lake unless you buy the fucking land. And then you ain't really bought it. You're still paying for it. You know how it is. Le Pot de Fleur. Would you trust a Mexican doctor, though? Sure. As long as they're competent. Sure. It just depends. You got to do your work, man. You got to do your homework. Robert Franz. Hammer. What's happening? Nothing. Just sitting here bullshitting, doing a little test stream, kind of disguising it as a Sunday night chill stream. Just being a butthole, just sitting here talking. Almost 1 hour on this bullshit. 262! You crazy motherfuckers. Watching this old man have seizures. Oh, my Alzheimer's is coming out. Oh, it's bananas. Big Pitch at Joe Kingley, a writer who documented the disparate levels of people versus Cholus crimes. Cholus? Chieftain 84, woman comes up to you in cuffing season. Sorry, miss, my name is not just in case. Damn right. Red Pill Dawn, I had an ex call my phone not too long ago. I didn't pick up. You made the smart decision. I wouldn't have picked up either. Island Hermit, RP3. When I was 22, I worked in a haunted house and was dressed like a zombie marine and ended up smashing this girl that works there who dressed as Harley Quinn in a straitjacket. Fun times. I've had some very fun times with crazy pussy. Makes your mouth water just a little bit. But at the same time, it's crazy pussy. And that was a long time ago. And the way that things have changed out here now. No, man. I couldn't imagine being in the position that these guys are in now. I saw it coming, and that's why I jetted. That's why I left. I decided, save for a couple of little try-to-dates here and there years ago, I ain't messing with it no more. I mean, why? What's the point? There's no point. It's like going up and kicking a cactus. You get spines in your feet. No matter how much you kick the cactus, you're going to get spines in your feet. So don't kick the fucking cactus, right? You don't want to get fucked up. You don't want to get bothered. You don't want to get spines in your fucking feet. Don't kick the cactus. Red Pill Dawn, I had an ex call my phone, and I just read that. Shit. Success Pool Endeavors. Trini. Who's Trini? I don't know who Trini is. Dr. Red Pill. Gentlemen, winter is here. Don't be Captain Saba 304. Joe Kingley. Here's an incentive for no marriage. Life is cheaper. It's something that you've got to get used to. It's definitely something that you've got to get used to. You have to get used to the idea of separating. Well, let me back up on that a little bit. I think people inherently have separation anxiety when they're not part of the tribe, when they're not part of the herd. No disrespect to the tribe or the herd. If that's your thing, then go get it. But when certain people, and now it's millions and millions and millions and millions of people are walking away from this shit, the idea of being alone or having separation anxiety or being lonely disappears pretty fast. It disappears pretty fast. I will say that mine wasn't quick, but the overwhelming amount of people that I've talked to said that they were over and done pretty much in a year, 12 months or so. I can believe that. I absolutely can believe that. For me, it was a lot longer. I wasn't right for about 3 years. It took about 3 years for me to get to a point where I could deal with my own inadequacies, where I could deal with trying to find out what was wrong inside of me, that I needed this other stuff so badly. And that's some eye-opening shit. It really is. But once you are able to examine yourself in such a way, once you're able to identify your flaws, then you're, I think, more apt to fix them and not repeat those same mistakes and start placing value on you. As a man, you're a revenue generator. Women have the same opportunity, but it hardly ever works that way. Got to ask yourselves why. Just get out there and do the fucking thing, man. That's what I do. Successful endeavors. Justin Radlin, check out Amin Osiris. Where's Justin at? Ding, ding, ding. Well, I don't see Justin's comment, so sorry about that, Justin. Bomar Dubrouchet, channel 1800. MGTOW is an expression of the love for fellow man. Brotherhood is making a comeback. We got some problems with it, that's for sure. Yeah, we've got some problems with it, with people trying to jump in and co-opt it, with people trying to say that MGTOW is this, MGTOW is that. MGTOW is the Taliban of the manosphere. That wasn't even incendiary. It was laughable. When I saw that fucking headline, I laughed. A bunch of fucking guys that are walking away from usury all of a sudden are terrorists. Have you seen how they're starting to overstep on the usage of the word terrorists and terrorism now? Just like rape, right? Just like abortion, just like racist, just like bigot. Any of this shit that they've been throwing for 5, 6, 7 years solid now has no meaning anymore. Has no meaning. You go sit down and eat fucking breakfast and somebody can accuse you of being a bigot or a racist. And then you just got to get to a point where you say, okay, don't care. Don't fucking care. If walking outside in the morning and letting the shine on my nice little head reflect back at the sun makes me a fucking bigot, then that's what I am. What's up? That's what I am. Say it. Say it with me, folks. Be proud of what you are. Can't let nobody else define you. You can't let people maneuver you. You can't let people push you around on this chessboard of life. You can't. You can't. You have an obligation to stand your fucking ground. And if you don't feel something is morally or ethically correct, you don't co-sign it. Plain and simple. And if that means that you lose friends, if that means that you're walking alone out here in the fucking world, take solace in the fact that you didn't sell out. And every time you don't sell out, you get a piece of armor. Just like the Mandalorian. Every time he goes and gets a mission accomplished, he gets a little piece of Beskar. And he adds it to his fucking collection. And then he's got undefeatable armor. You can't fuck with that guy. They're almost impossible to destroy. You can't shame them. You can't maneuver them. They're too fucking smart now. And that's the way that it should be. Just my opinion. All right. Elliot Woods. And now since COVID, he has no job. So he's taking mine, which is being the housewife. He's sad he doesn't show it, but I can tell. Jeffrey Paul. At work, when women come to talk to me, I nod and move on. Don't even speak to them. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I saw some broad bite the dust the other day. Stepped off of a curb, turned her fucking ankle, threw her fucking shit all over the ground, fell over, and I just walk on by. I'm sorry, but not sorry. You know how many times that fucking hand has been extended in friendship or compassion or sympathy for another human being to have somebody swat it back? There's only so many times that you're going to take that before you learn your fucking lesson. And the lesson was simple for me. These people fucking hate us. They have been taught to hate us, to view us with suspicion, to view us with spite. Their entire culture revolves around the demonization of men. So why would I want to participate in that? I'm not going to do that. I will sit here on my big ass. Well, I don't do a lot of sitting, but you know what I mean. And I'll get my little eye candy. And I'll do some writing. And I'll do some reading. And I'll get that camera set up down there. Go do some shooting. That fucking gun right there. And I've invested in myself. You know, I was talking about this stuff with Pop and Blake, not in depth, but brothers, I don't want to say that I'm horribly broken. I just have no ability to trust in that situation anymore. It's gone. It's gone. I prayed for it to be taken away. And eventually it happened. And I mean that shit. I prayed for it to be taken away. I didn't want to be Mr. Nice Guy anymore. I didn't want to be that fellow anymore. And I'm pretty happy with what's left over. Got to be honest with you. Pretty happy with this guy right now. Oh, we could do a couple of things differently. I'd lose a few pounds. Go get some fucking Rogaine or something. I'm just playing. I actually like the baldness. Could do that. But I could also just be myself. And that's what a lot of people are lost on. They have to pigeonhole themselves into certain looks, certain aesthetics. And I was looking at this chick walking in today when I went to go get my prescription. She got her phone hanging out of her back pocket. Then I started counting people with phones hanging out of their back pockets. And there was a point in time when I was younger, much younger, that we would call that incredibly stupid. We would actually lambaste motherfuckers for it. Hey, bitch, hey, your phone's falling out your fucking pocket. Put it in your front pocket or leave it in your goddamn car. No, it's a fad. It's a fashion statement. More than it's anything at all. They see somebody that they like or admire or want to be, want to mimic, and then they do it. And it's the same thing with despising and hating men. Only this time it comes with what? Congressional and academic approval. So that's going to be a hard one to defeat. There's only a couple of brothers in this community that talk about lost generations. We are part of the lost generations. Everything after 1970 didn't start to fully mature until the middle 90s. And now it's here. Now it's here. Hundreds of millions of men and women just drifting around, bumping into each other. They accomplish nothing. They don't know who they are. They don't know what they are. They don't know why they hate men. They don't know why they want men while they hate men. And men, fuck. Men want women, but don't know what to do because it's so convoluted and confusing and potentially dangerous to approach one now. And any female watching this right now, you know that that's the truth. That's the truth. You will say to yourself, well, I don't do that. I'm not like that. But you don't represent everybody. You represent you. You see, those of us that are on the pointy end of culture understand what's going on. And we've understood that for a long fucking time. Long time. And there are people out there that have been doing this for decades. Decades. I'm only 6 years into this, 7 years into this. So, been a monk for 11 years. Didn't know I was a monk. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Get down to these bottoms right here and check these comments out. 307 of you crazy son of bitches all up in this chat. Thank you. Thank you. Also, thank you. Is that racist? I don't know. Who cares? Well, I know this stands for something, but I don't know what it stands for. SFGHOW Warrior. Not all women are like that. LOL. Yeah, sure. Sure. Ask them if they believe in the right to vote. And then you'll figure it out real fucking fast. Well, of course I believe. Shut the fuck up. See you later. Do you know how to make a sentence? No, you don't know how to make. No. Peace out, bitch. Daryl Dundee, thoughts on the phones driving with their simp husbands, not realizing she's looking for her next pet wallet. Goddamn right. They'll be doing it right fucking in front of you. There is no shame in that game. And there's no shortage of females out there that are in the limelight, entertainers that'll tell them, you know, Missy Elliott, old bubbly Beyonce, you tell them. Go get yours, ladies. Ain't no shame in the game. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. That's why you feel shame. That's why it erodes and destroys your soul over time. That's why you lose your ability to pair bond with men. There is shame in the game. Nothing that you can do about it. You can live right. You can mitigate those circumstances, but they won't do it. They see that quick temporary draw, get some cash, get some attention, get a little bit of dicking, and then they on the road to the next one. And then the next one, and then you do that 3 times. I'm saying 3 times in your life inside of, say, a year, you're done. Even if you got married, had 8 fucking kids, and stayed together for 40 years, you're still ruined. You're still ruined. It wipes out your ability to pair bond with that man. Timothy Sokol just did a Texas turnaround. All guns, ammos, and reloading gear are now in secure storage. Had to bring the truck back to California, I'm assuming. Almost no one-way rentals out of California. I know they're bleeding people, which is good. Bomar Dubrochet, we older MGTOW have a responsibility to guide the younger, newer brothers beyond the despair to the light at the end of the tunnel. No more male suicides due to maltreatment at the hands of society. I agree. And that's why I'm still here. That's why I spread out to Odyssey. That's why I did the fucking BitChute. That's why I did MGTOW TV, Manosphere TV. That's why I'm on these platforms. That's why at the end of a night reading 100 fucking emails every other day. I'm exhausted. You know? But it is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm behind in my emails, actually, to be honest with you. Fuck. Sorry, guys. That fucking thing jumped. Caitlin McIntyre. Well, we'll go with Caitlin again. Caitlin McIntyre. I never considered phones in our pockets a fashion statement. I just put it in my back pocket because it's convenient to pull it out if I do need to use it for anything. Well, I suppose, y'all can justify just about anything. Ask yourself why you started doing it. No one was doing it before it became a fashion statement. Nobody was doing that, especially with a $700-800 fucking phone. Nobody was doing that. Dat Nilla Von Dizzle. If you have to play games, then as a door prize, you get shame. Shame. Riggs Jr., 1/3 like to watcher ratio. That's pathetic. Oh no. 307, 1 hour and 10 minutes on this test stream for the Sunday night. Chill. Le Pot de Fleur, grass always greener next door. Well, so they say. Until you get there. Max Sanchez, 3 years being a monk and life was never so peaceful. I am happy for you, Max. I'm happy for you. Just make sure that you stay connected to reality. It's a hard thing to do with people that are grabbing a hold of that red pill, that are becoming aware of the dual nature of reality. And in a lot of instances, it's more than dual that people are living. It's a good thing. But stay sane at the same time. Remember to unplug every once in a while. I have problems with that. Have to unplug. Elliot Woods, done with female empowerment. All it is an excuse to whore around, says the chicks on OnlyFans. Yeah. Telling somebody that they should be able to spread their fucking legs for anybody that shows up is not empowerment. If anything, it's depersoning. It's disrespectful. It's disgusting behavior. And there are things that separate human beings, bipeds that walk upright, from everybody and everything else. I say everybody because there are some close cousins out there, boy. You never know. If we fuck it up bad enough, they're just going to take over. But I don't know what we're left with. I wish I knew. I wish I knew what was coming down the road, what was coming down the pike, but I don't. I don't see anything good coming down the pike. It would take a revolt by the population that is so fucking massive and violent. And yeah, of course, it's going to be violent. So I'm saying that. That it would shake the world. It would have to be that in order to get people to wake up and see what's going on. As we sit here, you and I, talking about this right now, we are a very small minority of people. That's unfortunate. The fortunate part is that we have a lot of sway when it comes to determining culture and steering culture. You see? Now, I don't do that because it's fun. I don't do it because I want to experiment with people's lives. I do it because I see that something is wrong. It is wrong to deperson people, in my opinion. Just my opinion. It's wrong to do dumb shit with human beings and then justify it by saying that it's empowerment. It's wrong to fight tooth and nail to allow pornography as free expression and then turn around and condemn it. Condemn the people that actually consume porn. And it was thought for the longest time that it was men, mostly men. That's not true. It's mostly women that consume porn. Hundreds of millions of dildos don't go to guys. Sex toy stores are not made for guys. There's some guys that partake. But by and large, pornography is driven by females. And then they got the fucking balls, the unmitigated gall to turn around and blame a guy. Every guy. That's where your world's headed. It's fucked up. Jericho Rising. My Brutus smashing that thumbs up. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Rib Grunt. We all love you, Hammerhand. Well, I love y'all back. No homo. A trial of true men. They aren't built like that, and that's okay. Yeah. Very, very true. Success pool endeavors. 0 pair bonding capabilities. Damn right, man. Damn right. Can I talk? This like-watch ratio is amazing. Trini MGTOW, it's not a choice. You have to steer clear of women. Well, it is a choice. It is a choice. You can choose to get your butt out there and go ask a girl out, go wife up some woman that is a 2-time loser when it comes to having children. You always have to ask the question, if they're walking around with 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, where are the fathers? Is it the same father? Is it multiple fathers? How many times do you have to strike out before you get picked up by somebody that you like or love? There's mountains of fucking evidence that support what we say. They're incapable of pair bonding after the first few. Absolutely incapable of it. Do you know how many women I've spoken to over the years concerning these subjects? Well, you don't. You weren't there. But I've spoken to a lot of women over these subjects of fatherhood. Where's the father of the kids? Well, he was an asshole. He was a drunk. He went to jail. I said, did he rape you? Well, no. Okay. Where's your responsibility for opening your legs to this thug? This person that was not fucking ready to do anything other than impregnate you. Where's your responsibility? Do you know what answers I got? Of course you know. They don't know what that is. They don't know what it means. That is a huge red flag, and it's a symptom of entitlement. It's a symptom of the culture courting females, backed up by the government. On that totem pole, you're the last one. You're holding the fucking load. You're pushing all of them up while standing on the ground. That's why men feel that load more than anyone. I won't say that single mothers don't have a load to carry. They do. But they had a choice too. Just like they tell us. You had a choice. Well, so do you. So do you. You have a choice. And you don't exercise your choices. And you don't make good choices. Unipleb, how many channels have you made so far, man? This will be the seventh Hammerhand. I'm on the 7th TikTok. And that's it. I'm only getting bombed out on YouTube and TikTok. TikTok's fucked up. But I can't ignore it because it's a red pill gold mine. It just is. So that's the only reason I'm over there, is because it provides so much material. There is so much red pill mining going on TikTok. I mean, it's supplying the whole of this side of the manosphere. It is supplying everybody in the fucking manosphere right now that is talking about PUA, MGTOW, Monk. It's supplying all of them. Every fucking body is mining TikTok for them red pill nuggets. And dropped my motherfucking thing again. Well, I don't know if I'll go back on that. Success pool endeavors. My man, thank you very much. Gentlemen and lady or two, I'm sure that you're in there somewhere. 1, 5, 10, 20 doesn't make a difference at all whatsoever. We put that link up there so that we can take care of some of the bills. You know, when I go out and I fork out $150 to get a year's subscription for this streaming service, and then another $100 to do it for OBS. Now that shit is not cheap. It's not cheap. And we also go out and find people to feed. We find people to put shoes on. We find people to buy tires for their trucks. That's just what we do. And there's a lot of guys out there that do it. So if you don't support me, support them. Cannot talk. Amen. Amen, my man. Silver Surf Studio 308 of you madcaps in the house. Yo, man. It's amazing. The 36 Chambers. Roma is a chameleon. Roma has an OnlyFans. I'm sure, I have no doubt in my mind, that Roma believes a lot of what she says. I have no doubt in my mind. I'm not going to bust her ass over that. What I'm going to say is that the duplicity of the way that she operates can't be overlooked. It cannot be overlooked. She's such a cool girl. She's awesome, man. Roma kicks ass. Oh, man, did you see her OnlyFans? When I hear shit like that, dude, I got to slap my fucking head, shake my fucking face a little bit, and make sure that I'm just not sleepwalking. How people can intentionally run out there and equivocate the fact that she's awesome for guys and she speaks on guys' behalfs, but she has a service that directly mines money from men based on desperation. I don't understand it. I just don't understand how people can't see it. But unfortunately, there's a shit ton of people that can't see it. Caitlin McIntyre. Hammer, you're asking where their responsibility is, but that's making assumptions under the premise that the red flags were obvious from the get-go or early on in the relationship. No, it's not. You have a responsibility, just like that man has a responsibility. Plain and simple. If you believe in all of that shit, then your duty is to go get married before sex. Before you start making kids, before you have the oopsie, oh man, the rubber slipped off, before any of that shit goes down. And I noticed that in all of that, Caitlin, that you didn't acknowledge any type of responsibility for you or other females. Why? What is so hard about acknowledging that you have a part to play in that scenario? Just say yes. You have a part to play in that scenario. Did that motherfucker rape you? No, he didn't. You let him into the valley. You opened up the flower. Get in there and pollinate that motherfucker. He did exactly what he wanted, and he did exactly what you wanted him to do. You both share the responsibility, but it is very, very rarely borne out that women step up and take a hold of their part of that responsibility. It has become a cultural norm to push it all off on men, and that men pay the fucking price. And I'm not accepting that anymore. And there's a whole bunch of motherfuckers out here that are not accepting that anymore. And I'm not trying to slap you. Don't take it as a shitty response, because it's not. That's just the way that it is. You have to be able to acknowledge that. And there's no acknowledgement in what you just typed. Sweet Geppetto. Tattooed chicks equal automatically disqualified. Look, man, if they got a little butterfly, okay. You know, I can even deal with the light tramp stamp. But if there's more than that, there's a pathology that comes with it. And I'm uncomfortable with that pathology. So yeah, if some broad's got a sleeve, half a sleeve, I'm not messing with it. Because there's something at work there that I don't know about. And I don't want to become aware of it while I'm on the end of a gun or a court order. Or mandated fucking muscle when she calls 911. No thanks. Zool, no responsibility for queens. Damn right. Excuse me. Elliot Woods agreed. Wookiee supremacy at Timothy's so-called. No, it's not. It's just spray painting the bang bus. That's all. Disgusting. Polska Bob. White Sox playoff games, just about everybody wears black. Rigor mortis, arm sleeve tattoos equals severe daddy issues. I would say in most cases, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. James Young, no thanks. Line of MGTOW, ubiquitous tattoos equals mental illness. I would say in women, absolutely. And I would say in most modern men, there's a problem there. They're trying to achieve a certain look. Unless it's tribal, like actual tribal, like Indian or Samoan, the islanders, they do a lot of that shit. And no disrespect to them. That's their thing, right? It's always been their thing since pimping was pimping. But there's a lot of men out here that get tatted up because they think it's going to get them a certain reaction from a certain group of people. And yeah, it's not. Hang on. All right. Sorry about that, gents. Mother Dearest was coming in here to say something to me. Dracon Sanguis. Tattoos are okay if they have a meaning. I agree. But at this point, it's just coloring books. Yeah, people are really, I won't say abusing their skin, their canvases, their body. I can't stand the fact that they call them canvases. I know what they're saying, but still. Yeah, problems there, man. Zool. Yeah, a broken table that needs to be thrown out. Sir Yeetus. Oh, man, and it fucking jumped, and I'm sorry about that, bro. Let me see if I can find that comment. There you go. Sir Yeetus. I'm pretty buzzed. Well, that's pretty damn cool, man. 314 of you madcaps sitting in this house right now, watching this motherfucker just have an autistic attack. Oh, thank you so very much. Lion of MGTOW, just walk away. Brothers, it's not hard. Well, let me backtrack on that just a little bit. It can get hard if you don't have control of your biology. You see, if you're always being led around by your desires and your urges, you're going to get bit. There will come a point in time where that desire and that urge overpowers your ability to reason, and you'll make a choice, and you can't blame it on no one. You know what I'm saying? And that choice is going to be to fuck somebody, finger bang them, go out on a fucking date and blow $50 and you'll never see them again. How much time does it take you to make $50? How much effort do you have to put in to make $50? Plus your time. Your fucking time is valuable. If you just want to sit out there and do nothing, your time is still valuable. So it costs you a lot. It costs a lot. So people ask me, say, Hammer, how did you get your biology under control, man? How did you do that? Well, first, I prayed like a motherfucker. Jesus, God. Slapped them fucking hands together. Please, please take this fucking urge. Take it. Take it. I don't want it no more. I'm not interested in this shit. I don't want to go down this road anymore. Please, please, my man, please. I don't know that was heard, but then I started successfully being able to associate the danger that comes with it. The danger is real, gentlemen. It's real. There's too many men out here that face rape charges, too many men out here that face sexual assault accusations, sexual harassment accusations. The push to do away with due process in any of these grows by the day. And I'm not interested in being that fucking guy. No thanks. So when the urge hits, if I want to go and just smoke one out, okay, I'll do that. If I don't want to do anything because I got it under control, okay, I'll do that too. For some fellas, if they've got to have that touch and they go buy a doll, I ain't got no problem with you. You want to buy a doll? Go buy a doll. in the long run, in a very short term and into the long run, it's much, much more fucking cost effective. Much more cost effective. And trust me, I've felt these things before. Never fucked one, but felt them. They're pretty all right. Pretty all right. You know, they're not nearly as high maintenance as you think that they would be. The thing is that it's an inanimate object. You know? And for anybody out there that will roll their eyes and talk shit, do you roll your eyes and talk shit when every woman that you have ever met has at least a dildo or a vibrator in her drawer? No, you didn't. It's a clear-cut double standard. Clear-cut. And it's been ingrained in people to accept that bullshit. And it only goes one way. Just one way. John Gorska. Sometimes, most days now are smokeless dadgum. David McFarland. Born again just means that she knows men aren't into how much bedroom time she had. Yeah, I'm going to go back and I'm going to see my gynecologist and I'm going to get re-virgined. I'm going to have a fucking hymen sewn in. I'm a budgeon now. I never had no penis in me. No, none. The fuck out of here. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of brain cells. More sugar, Trader CC. When you realize the juice is not worth the squeeze, the urge goes away. I think that we always have to deal with the urges. I think we always have to deal with the desires. But I think that they are absolutely 100% manageable. You just have to be able to sit down for 10 seconds and think about the risk and the reward. You know what you're going after. That's a known property. That's a given. It's an orgasm. It's fucking. It's the action of taking a woman, with her permission, of course. You see? That's what that is. What's the downside? The downside basically has no bottom to the well. It could be anything. It could be nothing. And I'm just not willing to go down that road. And I know a lot of men are not willing to go down that road. Some men still have to get out there and get their nut. If that's what you got to do, be careful. Go to another town. Don't use a fake name. Because if you start using fake names, that is actually actionable now. There are a lot of people that are saying that that's rape. It's tantamount to rape. And it's being pushed in these city councils. No stealthing. It will come to a point where if you ghost somebody, it will be actionable. So just be careful. I have great sympathy and empathy for men that still feel like they have to go out and get them a meat socket because there's too much bullshit that comes with it, bros. I'm telling you. Mouth agape ape. Just draw a face on your hand and call her Jennifer Lopez. You can hit her from the front or the back. Lots of laughing on that one. Wookiee supremacy. That and rejecting a woman for sex is amazing. If you haven't tried it, you should. It's super fun. And it can also lead to some super consequences too. And you know that. You know that. So I don't think that there's any need to run up on somebody to try to humiliate them or make them feel a certain way. That's a big part of being super red-pilled and getting out from under the stupidity that comes with mating and the current mating and dating game. It's all but gone. It's all but done. And in my opinion, it's long overdue. Coiled Steel, after Charlie 19, consider travel overseas for another world of women, but careful about bringing them back. Well, they're going to be the same over there. They're going to be the same over there. Now, is it more feminine? Yes. Yes. I assume you're talking about like Colombia or Venezuela, Southeast Asia. Is it more feminine? Yeah, it's more feminine. Is it more transactional? Yeah, it's more transactional. But don't make any mistakes thinking that just because sex tourism is a thing in these countries, that these women don't have a home field advantage, because they do. They do. You can get what you want 24/7 in all of those countries, but you got to be careful. You can't talk sideways to them. You can't disrespect them. You can't lay hands on them. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them are jaded. They are out there simply to make money to support their parents. That's it. They ain't out there for nothing else. Red, who sits in the Capitol? I don't know. Don't know. Riggs Jr., Hermit, right? They are salty as fuck. That Nilla Von Dizzle, they don't like it when they reject you. Ooh, they don't like it when they reject you for the night and you head to the shower. They ask, what are you doing? Then you say, I'm going to take care of myself. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Just don't do it. James Young, women are the same no matter where you go. It's just a different approach. I would say that you're correct. And I would also say that the same applies to most men nowadays. You know, if you take a look back through 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and you start looking at the majority, the body of men in particular. I'm talking about the bulk of them now. Not those on the extremes, not the weightlifters, not the anorexics. If you look at the bulimics, you know, there is such a thing. These men have changed drastically in 80 years. What's pushing that change? Why is that change happening? Why are men dropping testosterone like it's a hot fucking potato? All good, valid questions, and none of it's natural. None of it, not one bit. Captain Shark, or they'll take a kidney. Well, they could. Cubing Speed, late to the chat. Hello, y'all. Respect. Yo, man. Yo. Welcome to the chat. Riggs Jr., I rejected one last night, and she was speechless. Well, that's the best thing that she could be, really, because if she starts opening her fucking mouth, there's opportunity for bullshit, and we don't want no bullshit. Trini, MGTOW, they all have the same biological firmware. I agree with you. Daryl Dundee. Or you will end up Carly B style Jack. Cardi B. Yeah, admitted that she jacked up dudes, that she jacked up men. She drugged them and robbed them, and she's the face of pop music, pretty much. Rap pop music. Success Pool Endeavors. There are no protected class statuses in equality. I don't know about that, my man. Just look around. Everybody but you and me is protected, sir. Everybody. Red, if you try to destroy the enemy to save them, they'll destroy you to save him. Fortis King Sifu, the firmware is not supported faux updates. Oh, man. Island Hermit, Hammerhead, what are your thoughts on Elliot Hulse? I like Elliot. Now, Elliot admittedly is on the TradCon side of things. You know, he does believe in, I do believe, if I'm misquoting him, or hopefully that's not the case, you know, he does believe in marriage, you know, and a traditional type of lifestyle. I don't have a problem with anybody that believes in TradConish, you know, philosophy or TradConish way of living. It just invariably works its way around to the disposability of men. And I'm just not interested in that. You know, I just don't want to be some disposable motherfucker for 30 or 40 years, work my balls off, turn around and hand it to somebody because I had a fucking heart attack. No way. I work with a fella, great guy, incredibly knowledgeable, 33, 34 years as an L1, a master mechanic. Guy knows his shit. Made all the right moves financially. He's probably got $1 million in stocks, you know, in 401s and IRAs. And I constantly hear him talk about, I don't do all of this for me. I didn't do this for me. I did this for my wife and for my kids. You know, if I fucking drop dead, then they're covered. And there's so many people out there that think that this is valiant and chivalrous, which it is. It is chivalrous. And that's the problem. That's the problem. You can't go out like a fucking sucker You can't sit there and build your whole goddamn life and then turn around and hand it to somebody because you've worked yourself to death. I don't know anybody willing to play that shit anymore. Ladies, you want to know where all your good men went? They're tired. They're tired. They don't want to play the games anymore. You forced them to choose between mental fuckery and just being alone. And a lot of guys, let's be real, let's be honest. A lot of men are very, very comfortable in their own space. Would it be nice to have a body to hug? Yeah, every once in a while. Then after your feelings for that go away, she's still there. What do you do with her? You know? For us, it's a lot about feeling, man. A lot about emotion. A lot. Because men, now this is my opinion, it's backed up statistically. I'm going to tell you that. It's backed up statistically. Men are emotionally deprived growing up, or emotionally berated growing up. Not all, but a lot. And it's enough that it affects culture and society. And they just don't want to fuck with you no more. You got your wish. Congratulations. You're free. You're equal. You can now be drafted. Oh, that's glorious. It just is what it is. Oh, man. Red, my dad also loved a beer, and he was where did that go? Great man. There you go. Jim McIntosh. A beer is better than a woman because beer never gets jealous of other beers. Tell me about it. Let's hit that 400 thumbs up, man. R. Vero. Thank you. I don't know if we've gotten to that point yet, but 344. You crazy son of a bitches sitting in here watching this old man have a pancreatitis attack. Oh, it's ridiculous. It hurts so bad. No, I'm just playing. Zool, my man. Just keep listening to Beyonce and you ladies will be just fine. Well, I don't know about all that. Beyonce, just like Oprah, has made hundreds of millions of dollars off the desperate, ridiculous expectations of females. She knows, just like Oprah Winfrey knows, how to exploit females. And they do it with impunity. And they get patted on the back for it, too. That's how stupid the target audience is for most of these bitches. Straight up. Just fucking dumb. Just dumb. They never ask the question, well, if I'm making guys feel this way, what are my chances of coming out the backside of this life with an actual guy? They're probably not good. Probably not good. That's all I got to say. Demon Slayer. I'm a rad trad who doesn't believe in equality. Women shouldn't be in positions of power over men, in my opinion. I agree with you 100%. We are not equal. Not equal. In order for a woman to stand on the footing that most men have, naturally, you have to oppress the men. That's it. That's it. So that's not equality. Oppressing someone to achieve equality is not equality. It's oppression. It's suppression. It's tyranny. And there's a whole bunch of motherfuckers out there that don't know their place. Luke Chase, hit that like button, gents. Thank you, Luke. I appreciate that. Fortis King Sifu, do they have to register for the selective service system as well? Yes, they do. It has already passed the House, so it will go to the Senate. And you'll probably have some cuckish, cowardly Republicans that will step up and try to save these bitches from their own choices. And I would say if those Republicans vote against women having to register for selective service, vote the fucking Republicans out. Vote them out. You motherfuckers wanted your equality, right? You wanted to stand on the same fucking ground that we got. Now you can bleed for those rights just like us. See, now it's voluntary for them. If it's not voluntary, then we become more equal, not less equal. when they can be conscripted to die like you and I, then guess what? We're more equal, not less equal. Right now, they enjoy tremendous advantages, and they turn around and call them disadvantages. We're still not equal. We got pay gap problems. You got the biology. Madam, I'm sorry that you have a uterus. I'm sorry that you're sexually irresponsible. I'm sorry that you spend months at a time not working because of your biology. But that's your biology. It's your problem. It's not my problem. Don't open your legs for people. Don't get pregnant. We'll just let the fucking species die, or we'll replace you, which is more likely, to be honest. That's just what it is. Let's just call it what it is. When women refuse to have kids, the alternative is to replace them. And they're going head fucking long into that meat grinder, and they don't see it. Terrible shit. Elliot Woods, I want things to go back to the 50s in some ways. Treat your man like a king. Yeah, but that man has to treat that woman well, too. She's not going to be your doorstop, right? She can't be. You have to have mutual respect, mutual love, mutual desire to keep the relationship alive. And if you don't have that, don't get in a relationship. It's just that simple. You can't commit yourself to a relationship-like status just because of sex or sexual feelings or desperation. Financial desperation is another one. A lot of people get paired up because of financial desperation. Well, it makes it easier to pay the fucking bills, and then I get to get my nut too. It's a win. No, it's not. It's a motherfucking pressure cooker waiting to go off. That's what it is. And it's a shame that people do not see that. It's a shame. Dr. Jeep, this is why we need to target the simps. The feminists only bask in our complaining. The women lack the agency and awareness to even hear our lamentations. But the simps can be reached. The simps are being reached. In case you guys didn't know. The simps are being reached. Now, they will tell you that OnlyFans is doing a booming fucking business. They reversed themselves. We're not going to take the porn off the site. We were just kidding. Come on, guys. Fuck. We're really stuck. Yes. Really, really fucking stuck. Really stuck now. Simp bucks are easy to get, but simp bucks are drying up. It's just the nature of what's going on now today. Only the very desperate are running to places like OnlyFans. That's it. Going to strip clubs. That's it. I'm sorry, guys. We'll be here for you when things crash to the ground. If you find us, that is. Chris Mitchell, they are already coming up with a list to get out of the draft. Getting pregnant was number 1 on the list. Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. We've been talking about that list publicly. Now, I'm going to say, if you get drafted, if you register for selective service and you mysteriously get pregnant, then you are not eligible for welfare. You're not eligible for assistance from the state. You will get a dishonorable discharge. Plain and simple. My body, my choice. That went out the fucking window this year and last year, didn't it? Sure as fuck did. My body, my choice. Ha! It's a fucking joke. It always has been, and it always will be. Snoopy! We're only a decade or two from replacement with medical tech. I think you might be onto something there, sir. But I don't think it's going to be a decade or two unless we have something that's really, really ravenous towards the population. Walsky, if women have to register for selective service, look for a tsunami of women trying to get pregnant to get out of it. Yeah, I think we just kind of addressed that one. they're already coming up with countermeasures for these females that are talking about getting pregnant if they get selected for, the draft. If we have some type of a conflict and their fucking card gets pulled, welcome to the club, hoes. Welcome to the fucking club. Now, there's no bitterness at all from me. If you get selected to bleed and die on foreign fucking land at the behest of your government, like my fathers and forefathers and their fathers, then I actually might have a little bit of respect for the shit that comes out of your mouth. Not much, but a little bit. At least you're towing the fucking line. You sorta, kinda. If you look at the last statistics for the most fit women in the military, what was it, 18 out of 20 flunked out of the test? 18 of 20. For SEAL testing, Green Beret testing, 0. None. Not one. With reduced standards. That's not fucking equality. That's special treatment. It's lowering the bar so that you can meet a political goal and so that you can risk the lives of all of the people around you. CK1 Abe, pay gaps occur because most of the jobs women choose low trade skilled labor. Well, you don't see them on oil rigs very much, do you? You don't see them on the backs of sanitation trucks in 13-degree weather, do you? You don't see them on road crews unless they're holding a fucking flag waving traffic by. You see what, about 5% as heavy commercial vehicle drivers? And congratulations to them, by the way. I have never had a problem with a woman that can walk the fucking walk. You talk the talk, you better be able to walk the walk. And those that can get out there and do it, you have my respect. You do, because you're pulling your fucking weight. And I respect that. And then if you want to talk shit, then we can start talking shit on equal terms. MGTOW Cowboy, Mouth Agape Ape, very funny. Cyberzoni, Hammer has some facts today. I don't know about all that, man. We've been accumulating these things for a very long time. These statistics, this data, it's undeniable, absolutely undeniable. It bears itself out in everyday life. And of course, you have people that are going to step up and say, hey, we're going to stop collecting this data, because it's racist, or it's discriminatory, or it's bigoted. Oh, it makes them feel uncomfortable. I'm running out of shit to say. Fuck that bitch. Fuck every one of them motherfuckers. Timothy Sokol. I've seen female GIs get knocked up by the boatload just for the benefits. Of course they do. And that's when your military has to get their fucking ass in gear. From the top down, this has to happen. The top of our military has been exposed as dangerously naive and stupid. Dangerously stupid. Stupid men. And what a fucking shame that is. What a shame. These people need to be replaced. All of them. Every goddamn one of them. You cut the head off of the snake, guess what? This one sprouts 2 more. Hail Hydra. Because that's exactly what it is. It's a Marxist Hydra. Channel 1800 Dumb. Hammer on form. AA. Well, we try to be, sir. We try to be. This little test stream turned into some shit, didn't it? Dr. Jeep. Women who get knocked up to escape draft equals forced abortion and forced IUD implantation until service is complete. That was another one that we were talking about that was actually coming down the pipe, was that as soon as you go in, you will be implanted with birth control, with an IUD, or one of the arm implants, something like that, to stop you from being able to carry a baby. Plain and simple. There will be no getting out of it. If the Republicans get their balls out of the jar on the mantle where their wives put them, stick them back in their drawers, and they do what they're supposed to do, they're going to give these women equal fucking rights. Go up there and get your equal rights, ladies. It's everything that you've been asking for. What's that you say? You don't want to serve? You don't want selective service to come and get you? You don't want that knock on the fucking door? Cool. Then we'll vote to abolish the 19th Amendment. That cool? That cool with you? It's cool with me. If you're not towing the fucking line, if you haven't gotten yourselves in a position in the last 80 fucking years, 90 years to get the job done, you bitched and complained, you had a bunch of people coercing you and you coercing them so that you could get your vote, and you've done nothing with it except drive the country into the ground and vote me out of my money. Fuck that. Fuck that. That ain't going down like that no more. And I think a lot of people are waking up to that shit. Zool. Fuck. And it jumped. Sorry about that, Zool. Let me see if I can go find that thing. Hot damn. I'm sorry about that, brother. Well, yeah. Sorry about that, Zool. Jaguar Media. Glad I got knocked back by the Aussie military before the women came in. Oh, man. Coiled Steel, 71-plus-year-old Vietnam-era vet here, and women have, with few exceptions, no business in frontline combat. Should only be in support roles, as in World War II. I agree with you 100%, but you know that the cucks that are sitting in these seats of power are going to believe all of the bullshit that's coming their way. You know that they're going to believe it. We have to show that we support women and they're blah, blah, blah. Be all that you can be. Yeah. We're going to see how that works out. The first time a female platoon or battalion gets fucking wiped out, that's what a glorious day that's going to be. Because then you're going to have to sit here and watch all of these motherfuckers scramble, digging in their ass, trying to get their notes correct, so that they can read off a prepared speech about how things like this happen in combat. Oh, buddy. Scuba cats, stray cats do that too. The female will sleep with the biggest, baddest tomcats in the area so that the female cat can keep the territory. And she does. And she does. Channel 1800 Dumb. Well presented and lucid thoughts. Hammer Bro. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Schlitz Malt Liquor. No lying. They have made a mockery of General Washington's army. Absolutely. Yes, they have. Pretentious Hermit. I still have locked into memory Hammerhand's quote at the beginning of the plandemic. Ladies, you're on your own. Goddamn right. And it's coming to fruition. It's coming true. And we said that it was going to fucking happen. But now you have to find somebody to blame. Somebody's ass has to pay for this. Somebody's got to pay for this tragedy, man. Oh, man. All these single mothers out here, they're trying so hard. So hard. Look, I'm not going to bust them up too bad. I know that it's hard. Being a single dad, single father, I know that it's hard. You see? But I chose it. I wanted it. I embrace it every day, even when it sucks. Because I don't know when the last day is going to be. I genuinely think about my son and his well-being. What's good for him? You see, it pains me every day to not be around him. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? That is my boy. And it pains me not to be around him. But I do realize that he's got a mother and that he's got a sister. I realize that she split the family. So he has family in two different places. I also realized that I was obligated to that with no choice. That's one of them things that people talk about, and there's never, ever any resolution to that other than we should just man up. Like our brother Lion says, fuck that, man out. Go do your own thing. Keep the welfare for your kids. And I don't mean state welfare. I mean their mental and physical and spiritual welfare. And everything else can get fucked. When they walk away from you, it's not your responsibility to take care of them. Take care of your kids. If she can't manage her life because she walked away from you, then she can go and eat fucking chicken bones out of KFC dumpster. Fuck a bitch. You got your kids. I'll take my kids in any day. No problem there. Oh, damn it. Hank, I see. It breaks my heart when my son has to go back to his mom's. I know that it does. Successful endeavors. Man out. Daryl Dundee. But women benefited from the government interference to destroy the nuclear family. Of course they did. I know they did. They started with the black community. The black community was a trial run. We keep finding out about how they poisoned the black community, how they ran experiments on black men, how they dropped viruses on the motherfuckers. As late as the 1980s. These are the ones that are coming out now. The late 80s. Just think in 20 years what's going to be coming out then. And that shit was the trial. It was the test run. Can we butt fuck a whole population and make them dependent on us? Can we make them turn on one another? Fucking A right we can. And then it came to the white community, the Europeans. And everybody knows that the United States exports its dysfunction to the world. And they did. And now the whole world behaves like the United States. Not everybody, but most of them. Some countries have their shit together. DB Cooper, my man, DB Cooper in the house. In the house. Joey Styles at Hammerhand. Give us a good one-liner for sons of single mothers looking to improve themselves. I want to see if I got that right. Give us a good one-liner for sons of single mothers looking to improve themselves. I would say I could give you 1,000 one-liners. It depends on the age of the kid. It depends on the maturity level of the kid, of the child. I think what I would say is don't take anything personally. You know, when your parents, your mother is hollering or yelling or whatever, or trying to use some psychological manipulation, you have to be taught to recognize what it is, how it manifests, why it manifests, and how to deactivate it or live through it. Not an easy task, to be sure. As far as a one-liner is concerned, I don't think that I have a one-liner for something like that. There's too many variables. For me, anyway. Roderick Sage, learn minimalism. Absolutely. Fortis King Sifu, manned up or step up is a term many of these chicks use. Yes, they do. And you can tell how out of touch and how outdated a woman's thought process is. Thought, dirty bitches. You can tell how outdated their thought process is when they use terminology like that. Just man up. I need you to step up. No, ma'am. You need a sucker. You need a patsy. You need somebody to be financially responsible for your piss poor decisions. So, no. The answer is no. And the word no is amazingly powerful. Stupidly powerful. But you've got to mean it. If you're weak and you crawfish and you never keep your word to yourself, they'll run you the fuck over. Use you up, suck you fucking dry, and cast your husk on the side of the road. Say no. Gentlemen, say no. Zool. And now ladies need a man up on the front lines. Boom. Shalak lock boom. 353, you crazy madcaps. Still sitting here watching this old man spasm. 2 hours and 4 minutes in. Gents, this was just supposed to be a test stream, and look what you did, man. You went and got me doing all this shit. Oh, my God. The invisible rabbit. Weak men. Weak man is a dead man in most terms. Yeah, but they're also very pliable. They're also very usable, you know. Which is the unfortunate thing. I don't like to say that or see that happen to any man, but unfortunately, that's where they're headed. Latin Assassin Gaming. How do I tell? Hold on. How do I tell this chick I don't want to be with her anymore? Relationship not going anywhere. Been trying to build myself, but can't because she's too negative. Well, that negativity that she is pushing on you is meant to break you. It's meant to break your spirit. Now, she may actually fully believe the things that she's saying, but she is absolutely aware of the fact that she's trying to push you down spiritually. See, she's trying to break you spiritually. There is no, how do I tell this chick? You just tell her. And make sure that you're covered. You feel me? Do it in a public place. Do it in a public place. Now, you don't have to take her to the fucking mall food court and blow her up right there and hit her with a tray. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm saying do it in a public place. That way it can't come back on you. Or have your cell phone on. Film it. Record everything. Plain and simple. I realize that recorded blow-ups like that can and most times will be used against the man. They won't allow that. It will be inadmissible in court should anything go to court. But that's how serious I take this shit when it comes to the makeup breakup crap. You know, these women out here, a lot of them don't know the kind of power that they have until they're in a breakup. And they start talking to their friends and they start looking around for answers where guys like you might find MGTOW or the red pill. They find people like Cardi B, Saweetie, whores, and whore culture. And whore culture dictates that you have to pay. You see? They don't think that they're getting something when you're dicking them down. They think that they're providing a service. There should be more. It's not a mutual transaction of sexual gratification, not to them. Even though they're moaning and groaning and humping and pumping fluid everywhere. Even though that's going on, they still view it as you owe them something. Just do it in a public way. You know what I'm saying? Cover yourself. That's just my personal feelings on that. You handle it the way that you want to, but I wouldn't be caught alone at all. Timothy So-Called, you break up at McDonald's and record that shit. Polska Bob, some Mass Effect fans here. I should go. Polska, what's wrong with you, man? Daryl Dundee, Megan the Stallion. Oh, MGTOW Live. I don't get involved to start with. I was done when the cunt left me. And you should be. You should be. It's just that simple. Yeah, don't fuck around with any of this stuff. Just go. If it's time to go, just go. You know that's part of the reasoning behind ghosting. You know, whether it's men or women, that's a big part of the reasoning for ghosting. Is because folks don't want to sit there through the breakup. The magic is gone. They don't know how to reignite it. They don't know how to kindle the fire. They don't know how to love someone past the first 50 pumps. So they ghost. It's not so much about I got what I wanted, I got to mine, and I'm heading out. It has a lot to do with not being able to deal with the end of the relationship. Because one of you is going to feel it before the other. And if you really want the relationship, you fight through that. But so few people actually even bother anymore. Success Pool Endeavors. This is the culmination of centuries of planning. The Black community generally doesn't know how much that they've been manipulated. Some of them do. You know that. Some of them do. But the vast majority of human beings, period, don't realize the amount of manipulation that they're going through on a daily basis. Every single day. They don't understand it. They can't even fathom the shit that we're talking about right now. But I'll tell you what, I am so glad that I'm here. So glad. I wouldn't trade it for anything. No one buzz nut. Number one buzz nut, they cannot break something that is already broken. They always breaking themselves to pieces. Absolutely. Trini MGTOW, record it, video and audio. Start recording before you initiate the conversation. Yes, sir. Robert Franz, I heard one woman say to another woman, say he raped you. A guy dumped her. Yeah, of course. They don't give a fuck, bro. They do not care. They don't care. Spartan, greetings from the Melbourne Gulag. My man, you have my sympathies. You really do. And good God Almighty. Australia. We were talking about Australia a little bit earlier. That's some shit right there. Zool, like the Matrix, most people would fight to stay in it. You damn right. They sure would. Gents, Polska Ba, hold on. I started playing the first one again, loving it. My man, there you go. How's the balls, Doc? Dick Marks, all hail the great and mighty. Stop all that shit. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Schlitz Malt Liquor. No other place to be. Normies can't handle this world. Normies just make the world go round. They make it go round. The dumber that you keep people, the easier it is to keep them on the dole. And that's what they do, plain and simple. Gents, I'm going to run in here real quick, check a couple of things out. And I'm going to add a couple of more of my clips real quick. Boom, shalak, lock, boom. And I'm going to see if we can get some stuff in here. I like some of my openings and some of my vids. I will use as intros to some of these streams. And I will show you a new one. I've only put this out once. Where is that motherfucker? Give me a second. Well, that's not it. Well, shit. Well, I guess it's not in there. It shows me that it's in there. Ain't that some funny shit? I go and put all of this stuff up. All of a sudden, fuck me. I tell you what. Let me put this one up real quick. This is from way back. I haven't run this one for a while, but I am going to put it on. And we'll wait here for just a second while I'm bullshitting with all of you. And of course, my fucking camera is not going to come on. So here we go. Hang on. I used to end a lot of my long form content with that one. And let me see. We're going to do one more here. Let me get this one in here real quick. And just hang tight. It'll tell me when it's ready, and then I'll let you guys know what's up. Let me get back to the comments real quick. Gentlemen. Crazy Eight's drum. You need to consider why women have been weaponized against men. Well, I've already considered it. I know. I know what's up. One Fast Dak. Brother, Doc Holiday, hello. Red, what does the word haunt mean? Is that serious? Say what now? Really? It's got a dual meaning, at least in my mind. A haunt can be a place of residence, or a haunt, like a haunted house, is the other meaning. I'm not aware of another meaning. If you guys are, you throw it up in the chat. Mouth Agape Ape, that dog video cracked me up. I've been sharing it. Yeah, man, share it. You can share anything that you want, bros. That's actually good for us. Dracon Sanguis, the only good thing in Matrix is Keanu Reeves. I don't know about that. I like the fucking movies. I really do. I hope that this fourth Matrix film is not a pile of shit. We've been hearing about some of the reviews coming out for the James Bond movie, No Time to Die, right? And it was kind of billed and pushed as a feminist piece of shit. It really was. And by their own doing, by the people that were putting the fucking thing together. And I think that they had second thoughts about that. Yeah, I really do. So the reviews coming in for the new Bond movie are very mixed. Very mixed. So we'll see. I might actually give it a shot and go see it so I can review it. But or maybe just wait and then go sail the high seas. You know how it is. Just do that thing. Timothy Sokol. Callie is saying Thanksgiving and Christmas is canceled. Fuck California. Fuck California. Fuck California. Zoo, you got some great intros, man. I worked hard to put them fucking things together, man. Here is another one. Oh, man. Been a long time since I heard that one. I think, for me, man, monk life is the only way. I get my occasional jollies in. Don't get me wrong. But, yeah, I very much like what I'm doing. I very much like where I'm at in life. I actually like figuring out now some of the things that have gone wrong, some of the things that have gone right. Yeah. I'm very, very happy with where I am in life. I've had a good time. And I hope that it continues for a little while. One Fast Dak, very, very nice hammer. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Lazy Wastelander, like the first intro best. Both of them are awesome. Thank you again. Chris Sherman. There are a few patriotic parts of Cali still left. Just hoisted a brand new American flag this weekend. That's good. Good, brother, good. Just watch out. Somebody probably just set that motherfucker on fire for you. They're always trying to help. Trini, MGTOW, movies used to imitate real life, Now it's the other way around. I'm afraid you're right. I don't think that there's any real balance. There's no real balance anymore for anything. It's all just shit. You know? Taco Samson. Can you re-upload the YouTube short with Thanos where it says something? Oh, yeah. With the black guy? Yeah, I can do that. If I've still got it. Man, that was a minute ago. I will see if I'll look for that and I'll see what's up. I'll see if I can do that. Channel 1800 Dumb. 2 female double lots. Not sure yet. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? James Young, 24 years, monk for me at John Doe. Timothy So-Called, just got my ducks in a row. And that's where they got to be, bro. Scuba Cat, that's sailboating music. Laughing out loud, my man. Luke Chase, 10 years, monk, and many chicks want to be with me, and I just told them, nope. Sorry, bitches, no. Success pool endeavors. Davina is Duckworth in the house. Davina Duckworth, good evening. Good evening, Davina. Chris Sherman, lots of ha-ha-has. I dare them. They light a match, and I will light them up with my Desert Eagle. Oh, man. We got some technical in the house. I'm loving it. Schlitz Malt Liquor. Yes, mainstream entertainment went full fucking retard. Yes, it did. Lou 213. Get woke, go broke. Why is Hollywood catering to a bunch of sexless losers called SJWs? I don't even know that it has anything to do with sex or sexless. I really don't. I think that these people are always looking to try to reinvent, reinvigorate, and re-energize their coffers. So if they feel like there's some kind of a tipping point culturally, they want to get in on it. And they're trying to force this. They're trying to make it happen. You know, that's just one avenue of thought that I have on that. None of it's genuine. None of it. They wouldn't be pushing it if they didn't feel that there wasn't something lucrative at the end of it. You see, they're trying to make this shit happen. They're trying to make this cultural shift go down so that they can pander to this crowd of people that they believe are out there. There's not that many of these people out there. Got to be honest. I think it's more like a little Hollywood project, to be honest. I think the normalization of all of these perversions is something that they want to get out there in the mainstream as well. You know, if you look at our culture, there are some great things. There's some beautiful things, some wondrous things, but there's a lot of crusty shit out there too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of scabbed over fucking legs, a lot of nasty, pasty fucking butts. Yeah, there's a lot of disgusting shit out there in the culture too. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there that really want that kind of shit to permeate the culture. That's what I say. Yeah. Pretentious Hermit. Thoughts say 45 is the new 30. I say 10 millimeter is the new 45 ACP. That bullshit about always talking, always saying, man, 40 is the new 20. Nah, bitch. 20 is the new 20. 40 is double 20. No, I'm sorry, but you can't have it. You've already been to 20. Everything on you says you've already been to 20. So shut up. Sorry about your luck. You've been there. Fuck it. Trini MGTOW at Reese X. Don't remember too much about the prequels, but they were far better than the sequels. Rogue One was tolerable, however. All the others were crap. The Mandalorian was good too. I agree with that surmise all the way. Demon Slayer SJWs are ugly, but they're not sellers. They do anything, including guys, ugly fat women, etc. They're a bunch of degenerates. They just don't have any standards. You know, they don't have any standards. And these are people I honest to God, I feel for these people. I really do. To be so fucking backwards and so confused, it's got to be a hell of a life. But it's not my life, so I'm not too worried about it. Joe Ledak, I might have been censored. Is this visible? You were not censored. Pulse Kebab, yes, Joe. Zool, horror has a face, and you must make a friend of horror. Absolutely. Mugen Moogle, quick maths. I don't know. What was quick? Silver Surf Studio, good one. Bend over. Hammerhand put up the Escape from New York intro. Yes, sir, I sure did. Dwayne Hicks, Hammer, where you get all that badass intro, outro music? I made it. No, not the actual music, obviously not. But I just did looking around. I made all the other shit. Just looking around on the web, on the internet, things that I like. You know, I never did any of this to get anywhere. I know that may sound a little funny. That may sound a little strange. I didn't do this for notoriety. I didn't do this to get a check. I did it because it needed to be done. Good stuff has shown up along the way. Can't lie about that. And I appreciate it every single time. I know how difficult it is for somebody to open their fucking wallet. I do. I know how difficult it is to go out there to a thankless piece of shit job. If you've got a job that you like, something that you enjoy doing, consider yourself fortunate. Because there's a lot of people out here that cannot stand getting up and going to work. And I feel for them. I was there for a lot of life. A lot of life, I was just like that. But no, as far as the intro, outro music is concerned, I dug it up wherever I could and put it to tracks and put the wax on there and did what I wanted to do with it. I did stuff that I wanted to do, what I wanted to see. I never made anything trying to anticipate what other people wanted to see. You know, if what I'm saying resonates with people, then good. If it's one person or 1 million persons, to me, it's all the same. There's at least one person out there that's not going to go down that fucking road, that's not going to hamstring themselves. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. I had a lot to say on this when I started. I still have a lot to say on this. And I think that the future is only getting bigger and brighter. Chili, do you ever slap bitches? Well, that's a kind of a loaded question there. No, I'm never around bitches to slap them. But rest assured, if I were assaulted, I would defend myself appropriately, that is. A slap for a slap. It's not a slap in a fucking boot and a Chinese sandwich. John Gorska, double scabs. Mama, what's happened to all of your scabs? Shut up and eat your cornflakes, bitch. The Craig Show, and it just fucking jumped. I'm so sorry. Well, fuck me, it did it. I'm sorry about that, gents. Scuba Cat, yeah, I have all the stuff to go fishing. I kind of want to go shore fishing solo. I think it will be meditative. Fishing is always nice, man. It's always nice. I just catch and release most of the time. I mean, if I get me a whaler, you know, a mammoth, I might consider keeping it, but I just fish just to fish. Mugen Moogle, is America entering its end times like the fall of Rome? How are you gents preparing for the inevitable collapse? I don't think it's going to be like everybody thinks. I don't. I think what's going on here for the most part is the exchange of information and the replacing of one system with another is what I think. I don't think that this country intends to give up its strategic points all over the world. I don't think that America itself is collapsing. What I think is that Western philosophy is collapsing. It's collapsing. That doesn't mean that it's gone or that it's going anywhere, but it's collapsing. It's definitely suffering a contraction. A lot of people out there fighting for it. We'll have to see where it goes. I'm doing my part. Are you doing yours? Mr. Pliskin, New York City. Been there once. I'd like to go there just to see it. Just to see it. Davina Duckworth, take care of your health. Hammerhand, sorry to hear about the arthritis. It's okay. You know, I don't look at bad tidings in life or things that happen and go into the whole woe is me thing. It just is what it is. It's the hand that I've been dealt. I do the best that I can every day. Some days are worse than others. I got to say that. And I've been feeling this. I was very hesitant to come out and say anything about this. I really was. But I've shared so much of life with you that I didn't think that it would be correct to not share that too. You know, I don't have to share personal or intimate details in a smarmy way, you know, but that I felt was something that needed to be spoken about, if for no other reason, so that people understand when production here slows down, and it's going to slow down. It's not going to become dormant, but it's going to slow. It's going to slow because I have some days that are not recoverable from the opening bell. And we try to make the best out of those days. I appreciate the sentiment, Davina, very much. And I appreciate you. Thank you for asking. MGTOW life, that's me, have to have a shit job with bosses who have no clue what they're doing. There's a lot of people out there that oversee teams of people and they don't know jack fucking stamp, nothing. Scuba Cat, my buddy has a bass boat and I never went fishing with him, even though he wanted me to might do that too eventually. It's fun. It's fun. Even if you don't want to go on a boat, just get on the edge of the water, you know, just watch out if you got alligators, you know, shit like that, caiman, just watch out for things like that. You can pop out of the water and try to get at you. Snoopy, granted, it's still possible a hard right swing occurs or a power vacuum that allows, for example, an emperor to take power via military force. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Just about anything is possible in this fucking Mickey Mouse environment that we are going through right now. Bad choice of words there, but you know what I mean. Scuba Cat, the entire world is suffering from selfie disease. Damn fucking right. Line of MGTOW, if you're sick of SJW entertainment, you will have to create your own red pill entertainment. I agree. Broadcasts like this are part of that. If you can draw, if you can sing, if you can write music or write books, and you are agreeing with the idea that red pill entertainment needs to come about, then get your ass out there and do something. You don't have to put yourself on a rigorous, demanding schedule. Just make an alternative. This is an alternative right here. Young Ripper, the Ripperverse. That's an alternative. Ethan Van Sciver, Cyberfrog. That's an alternative. There's an Indiegogo out there right now that I'm actually thinking about putting some money on called Fatal. It's an acronym, FATL. FATL. You ought to take a look at it. Fantastic art. Great shit. I'm actually seriously thinking about investing in some of these Indiegogos. They're good. They're good. They're not loaded with fucking politically charged nonsense. It's good, fun entertainment. And there is a lot of it out there now. Not nearly as much as what need be. On the musical front, Tom McDonald, Sam Sun. Great shit. There's more of them. I just haven't been able to get around. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you right now, gang, telling you, red pill entertainment is going to be the parallel economy. And we will, I promise you, we will replace this dinosaur that's out here in its fucking death throes trying to take everybody down with it. We will replace it. Because that's what we do. We don't stand by and just wait for the world to make those decisions for us. Line of MGTOW's working on it. I'm working on it. There are any number of people in the red pillow sphere, the manosphere, MGTOW, monks, they're all contributing something. Even if it's just likes, shares, comments, subscriptions, it's something. It matters. It matters. James Young. Yep, I work for the post office and I know more than most managers. Hell, I'm training most of them. Abso-fucking-lutely. Red, your architecture is just the same. I don't know what that's directed at, Red. Zool, I like finding red pill nuggets from years ago. That I couldn't recognize when I saw it. Yeah, that's a big thing for me, man. when I'm going through like old television series and shit, like I'm watching Kung Fu right now, the David Carradine deal, the one that they kind of ripped off from Bruce Lee, and I'm watching that, and brother, let me tell you, the identity politics in that show in the first half of the first season are stunning. They're stunning, but it's not anything that you would have seen or recognized back then, especially being blue pilled. When I get the series done, I think I'm going to do it season by season. But when I get the series done, that'll go up on the Pop Culture Rocks channel, and I will review Kung Fu season by season to expose the naughty little things that these people were doing even back in the late 1960s and early 70s. This shit has been around for a long time, folks. A long time. Luke Chase, MGTOW millions now and everywhere on this planet. Yeah, they are. Scuba Cat, stem cells are weird. I think I'm taking stem cells. I bought some weird thing from an Arabic dude. We don't need to hear about that. If you're doing crazy shit, man, we don't want it. Peter Oslowski, hell yeah, Red Pill Entertainment. I'm ready for fuck Hypocriwood. Almost got it. Almost. Channel 1800 dumb. They thought Bruce was too Chinese looking. So silly. Yeah, they probably did. But I don't think that was the general populace. I think it was just the salacious motherfuckers that are in Hollywood and running Hollywood. And still to this day. Brad H., my home state of Michigan is circling the drain, went from the industrial nexus of America during World War II to a liberal cesspool due to excessive taxation. You're right there beside Illinois. Yeah. Fucking sicko shit, man. Sicko shit. Zool, nice. LOL. Yeah, it's a trip when you see those things being so relevant years later. The knowledge has been around for a long time. Yep. Sure as hell has been. MGTOW Cowboy is asking a pretty cool question. So for the 322 of you that are in here right now, I do this from time to time. You don't have to say exactly where. Don't put your address down. Give us a hint at where you're at. Country, continent, state. Go. There you go. Check it out. I love doing this. It is so ridiculous to see where everybody is from. Look at us around the world, bro. Everywhere. Every single continent pretty much is represented. Great fucking shit. HMK Films 360 in Dubai. My goodness. Dream, South Florida. MGTOW Cowboy. Polska Bob from the south side of Chicago. Rough. All right, gents. I'm going to go and hit one more of these videos. I'm going to try to find the one that I just did. I don't know why in the fuck that is not coming out. So let me see if I can find one more again. Oh, that's not it. Okay. I'm sorry, gents. I'm not trying to drag this out for you, but all right. Got one coming. Hang tight 1 second. We'll see if we can get that thing up in there real quick. And We ain't played this one for a while, and this was absolutely a favorite for a long time. And yes, I am making some more, and I will try to. Get back to your comments here. Paul Schmecker, shout out from Michigan, growing weed and on a mission. $20 an hour, 50 plus hours a week. Girlfriend, ain't got no time for that. Dirk Newcomb, conservatives underestimate the power of Hollywood propaganda. It has been subverting Western culture from the 1960s and on. Oh, it's been around a lot longer than that. There's some interesting pieces on YouTube about Ronald Reagan talking about when he was running the Screen Actors Guild. You should look those up. Very interesting shit, especially about communists. One fast DAC, MGTOW worldwide. Mugen Mugen Glock 19 or CZP-01. I'm deciding on my first handgun to protect myself and people I love. I say that you can never go wrong with a Glock. Scuba Cat, I don't believe truck drivers are slaves. Some of them actually like being truck drivers. I like being a truck driver. So you're right about that. I enjoy driving. I like driving. It's been the best job that I've had. It's an easy way to make money. And if you can mitigate the time restraints on yourself by maybe like working 4 days, if you're not just fucking burning yourself, with a bunch of bullshit that you don't need and carrying a bunch of expenses that you don't need, I think that you can get away with 4 days a week in that biz and be pretty comfortable and still have time for yourself. That's just my opinion, though. Salty Tech. Her name was Jennifer Granholm. Now she is Secretary of Energy, and she has an epic history of running shit into the ground, just like all the other stunning and brave leaders in history. Being a woman doesn't give you any special rights or privileges as far as being an asshole, or being a world-class failure when it comes to running businesses, making the business successful or destroying the business. Just look at the Theranos bitch. What's going on with her? I mean, she bilked investors out of like $1 billion fucking dollars. $1 billion. And it's still hard for people to call her a fucking crook or a fraud. Now, if it was Bernie Madoff, well, fuck him. He's a crook and a fraud. Oh, he's got a dick too, so it seals the deal. But it's very difficult for people to look at an axe wound and say, oh, man, we can't. Oh, no, it's not. There's a misunderstanding. Fuck that shit. It makes me want to go and get violent. I'm just playing. I didn't mean it. Sorry, censors. Trini MGTOW, the weave. Oh, man, you see the fucking weave go? It was crazy. Dick Marks, that's an awesome throwback. Cyberzoni, Hammer's videos never get old. Well, I'm glad to hear that, brother. I really am. Les Pots de Fleur. Hey, girls are not violent. They're not. They don't do shit like that. It's patriarchy. It's internalized misandry. Fuck a bitch. Dan Day, the warrior on men. Go, Monk Gents. Crazy Eights Drums. Just want to point out that it may be unwise to list your owned firearms on Google products. So do it at your own risk. Yeah, well, yeah, I got you. Uh-oh. Lion of MGTOW. Lion of MGTOW carrying a hand cannon. Desert Eagle 50 AE. Ask me how I know. Oh, man. Indy MGTOW. I'm the Duke. We need the Duke. Rooster Cogburn. Escape from New York. Can't go wrong. James Young. Elizabeth Holmes was the head of Theranos. She was trying to copy Steve Jobs. She did a fucking bad job, bro. Zool. You're watching Hammerhand. The MGTOW monk. Oh, you want that one? You want me to put that one in there? Hold on. Let me just see if I can go get one of them. Some of my bitches. I don't think I have one that's extended like that. I don't. I'm almost positive I don't. Let me go to my PC here real quick. Check this out. See if we can. No. Well, I had that fucking. I had my new opening, and it's fucked up because it's just disappeared. So I'm gonna have to find out where that went. But gang, do you guys like stuff from the 1980s, like product packaging? I have got a fucking treat for you. Now, I'm going to show you this here real quick as soon as this uploads, and I'm going to let it play. And then I think I'm going to jam my ass out of here for the night because this supposed test stream was only supposed to go for a few minutes, and my sorry fucking ass has been talking for almost 3 hours. So I know I got to give your ears a break and give the crowd an opportunity to go catch a fucking bath and wipe all of the autism off of them. 284 of you crazy, some of my bitches all up in this bitch. This is an excellent, in my opinion, an excellently produced piece of marketing nostalgia. Now, you take a peek at it, and I'll be right back. Man, look, I'm sorry if you don't like it. That, to me, I could listen to that for a fucking hour and just throw my head back and just disappear in the 1970s and the 1980s. Good shit for me. Coiled Steel. Elizabeth Holmes getting a pussy pass for her Theranos blood detection scam. One FastDAC Betamax was $1,200 in 1982. Yes, it was. And it was superior to VHS in almost every aspect. But when you come out and you make something that's $600, $400, the public, the consumer, is going to decide what lives and what dies. And the unfortunate part is even though you can still get them brand new in the box on eBay, the Betamax went out. But that's one thing that I'm going to do here in the not too distant future. I'm going to jump on eBay and I'm going to grab my big ass. Well, not actually grab my big ass. You know what the fuck I mean. Get your mind out of the gutter. I'm going to get me a Betamax player and I'm going to get some cassettes. And I'm going to do a little recording, a little scratching, cutting, and mixing. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to get all of that shit. I loved the VHS. I didn't know what a Betamax was for a long time. And when I started digging into it, I'm like, this sounds like a really good product. What the fuck happened? And then I found out what happened. And it doesn't surprise me. It disappoints me, but it doesn't surprise me. Gentlemen, I'm going to get back up in these comments here real quick. And I think this is going to be the last one for a little bit. I've got some shorts that I'm putting together over the 3-hour deal that we did with Redonkulous, and we're going to cut some of those out, and I think I'm going to share those with Blake so that if Blake wants to put them out on their channel, they can put them out on their channel too, and we're just going to have a little fun with that. Zool, I was born in 1994, so I don't have memories of that stuff. Glad to grow up before the internet, though. Before the internet took over, though. Yeah, I don't know. How much did it take over? I don't think it took over. I think it's easier in a lot of ways. They've given you the opportunity to ignore your humanity. They have made it to where you don't have to be responsible for just about anything. Only the most severe things like swatting people, and those people get killed because they got swatted. That'll get you caught up real fucking fast. It's just unfortunate. I think if people had a little more restraint and a little more patience, and we weren't ruled or governed, but we acted with one another, I would say that. Very, very hard to get 7 or 8 billion people to come up with the same opinion and push in the same direction. But you know what I mean. I think we would all be better off for it. We don't need 50,000 laws on the books. We just don't. People don't need to be micromanaged like this. It's real problems. So I don't think that the internet caused that. I think the internet was part of it. That's for sure. It certainly contributed to the downfall of the American mall and a whole bunch of freestanding retail outlets. Kicked them right in the balls. But these folks refused to see that life was changing, and they couldn't adapt or wouldn't adapt, as is often the case. They would not adapt. They just closed their eyes to what was happening, and they got burned down for it. Davina Duckworth and Hammer is right. There should be Red Pill Synthwave. Oh, but there is Red Pill Synthwave. There is Red Pill Synthwave. You can find it on YouTube. I think I will make a concerted effort to get some of those channels pinned in my community section. And we will start sharing some of that Red Pill gloriousness. Synthwave is really making a comeback. I was in fucking Walmart the other day. There was a whole wall of vinyl, and they had record players underneath it for sale. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Really? So CDs ain't a thing anymore, really, so much. We're going to chips for everything, but people are just refusing it. People like to have their prized possessions. They like to have their stuff in hand, their hard copies for everything. And you should have them, because what if our illustrious corporations and overlords shown us? If it exists solely in digital space, they can change it, they can audit it, they can edit it, or they can just delete it. Because that's what they do. Phil D's Dr. Disrespect loves synthwave and retro 80s stuff. I am right there with Dr. Disrespect. I love synthwave and 80s. I really do. I really like what we used to call industrial trash. I don't know how many of you have ever heard that, but the closest that I can come to it would be Synchronicity 2 from the Police. Excellent example of industrial trash. It's a little on the light side, but it's still industrial trash. James Young, the gold standard in record players, and has jumped. In my personal opinion. Uh-oh. I missed something on that. Davina Duckworth, people are bringing back analog synths and emulators now, as well they should. Davina, one more again. I have Synchronicity. Get Synchronicity 2. Synchronicity 2. You can get it on. You can see it on YouTube. But get Synchronicity 2. Good fucking shit, man. Good shit. Craig Furness. Oh yeah, I remember industrial trash. Are you just being funny, or did you actually remember it? Channel 1800 Dumb. Ministry of Sound, or just Ministry. Who remembers Ministry? Fortis, King, Sifu, Bloodsport song Kumite was put to synthwave music. Pretty good. I would like to hear that. Pretentious Hermit. Old enough to remember being called a dirt head. I've never heard that. A dirt head, and loved it. I've never heard that. Oh, man. Santa Claus. The Police were spectacular. They were. And you can see a lot of the like documentaries or the interviews where they said that Sting was the Police. You know, he was the leading force in the Police, and then when he broke off and started forming his own shit, you know, his solo career, it was markedly different, but it still was pretty fucking good. Some people give him shit for it today, but I don't. I thought it was an artist doing his thing. And I would love to see artists out here doing their thing that didn't involve corporate interference, that didn't involve song structure. You know, within 30 seconds, you got to be into the chorus or the main verse, and your song can only last 4 minutes or blah, whatever. It's stupid interference. And it shouldn't be a thing. Caitlin McIntyre. True. I'd rather have multiple DVDs and Blu-rays than be subscribed to all of these streaming services because they can and do take stuff off. Yes, they do. They absolutely fucking do. And you catch them all the time. Bolo, Akira soundtrack still gets my heart beating faster. That's a good fucking soundtrack, and it's a good movie. If you've never seen Akira, it's one of the benchmarks of traditional Japanimation. A lot of folks want to. It's anime. It's manga anime. No, it's Japanimation. It's Japanimation. Everything coming from about 82 to about 98 is Japanimation. And then there was this wild ass fucking swing, and it all changed. Became anime. It was always Japanimation. The unfortunate part is it's just not as good now as it used to be. But that's my opinion. Chris Sherman. Anyone here listen to Golden Earring? I have never heard of Golden Earring. Never heard of it. Channel 1800 Dumb. Choice Captain. Sting, and it fucking jumped. Of course it did. Sting seems real down to earth. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he does. No one buzz nut. If you're not allowed to vote for the laws and get passed in your country, you're a slave. If you're not allowed to vote for where your taxpayer money gets spent, you're a slave. Pretty much narrows it down, don't it? Pretty much narrows it down. Anufo. And that jumped again. Of course it did. Why wouldn't it? Fuck this thing. Sorry about that, Anufo. I guess we ain't going to be able to read that one. Doc Holiday, Texas MGTOW. Michael Bolton. Wait. I think I went gay. Yep. No, Michael Bolton was a prolific songwriter. The fucking guy can wail. I mean, he was a monster in the writing department before he became a singer. You ought to look at all the shit that he wrote and co-wrote. It's impressive. And Michael Bolton can sing like a motherfucker. So, yeah, I don't think that makes you gay, homeboy. I think that means you got some taste. Marvel Elite 500, Fist of the North Star is one of the best animated TV shows or anime TV shows from the 80s. Now, as far as the show, the weekly or bi-weekly serial, yeah, maybe. When it comes to the OVA, oh man. Oh man. Fist of the North Star is right up there. It is magnificent. Roger C. Damn. Yeah, Golden Earring are good. Pulse Kebab. Radar Love. Yes, sir. Vanish Mantle. Sup, Hammer and Chat. Hope you are well. Chris Sherman. Golden Earring is one of my favorite all-time bands. Damn. I guess I'll have to take a look at that. That Nilla Von Dizzle. Steely Dan is just fucking fantastic. Steely Dan's fantastic. Channel 1800 Dumb. Oh, heck. I remember Bolton being looked at by Pavarotti. Pavarotti was impressed as anything. I don't recall that, but I wouldn't doubt it one bit. Reese X. Vampire Hunter D. And it jumped. Bloodlust is much better than the original. Yeah, man. Yeah. Zul Yu Yu Hakusho. Salty Tech. What was the name of that band Phil Collins was in? Genesis. Pulse Kebab. More Than This is a Jam. Davida. Chris Sherman. You won't regret it. Hammer. Golden Earring. I'm going to have to remember that. Gang, I think I'm going to take off. I think I'm going to go ahead and get the fuck on out of here. And I can't believe that my little test stream here turned into 3 hours, but it always fucking does, and you hungry motherfuckers just sat around here, 267 of you, still over 500 likes. I can't even believe it. Fonzies, man. Hey, I'm feeling that one. That ratio is something else. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your effort. I appreciate your liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, contributing, any fucking thing that you do. It's only a plus for you, for me, and for where we're headed, because we're definitely headed into some uncertain times. But one thing is for sure. We are MGTOW. We are monks. We are red pillars. And don't get married, as my old friend would say, right? Let me take that back. Not my old friend. I don't want to perpetrate a fraud there. Felt like it. But, yeah, don't get married.